Wendy Williams' child uncovers how Kevin Hunter made her end up in medical clinic. Wendy Williams' child uncovers how Kevin Hunter made her end up in emergency clinic. In the realm of anchor people, Wendy Williams has forever been known for her candid character and her no-limits way to deal with imparting her own life to her watchers. In any case, it was the wild finish to her marriage with her ex Kevin Hunter that really had everybody talking and caught the consideration of fans and adherents all over the planet. The tea was absolutely steaming hot among Wendy and Kevin after their profoundly broadcasted separate, particularly when Wendy settled on the intense choice to quit furnishing him with monetary help. It seemed like the show couldn't get any juicier. However, little did the public know, this was only a glimpse of something larger. In a new stunning disclosure that sent shockwaves through media outlets, Wendy's own child, Kevin Jr., has approached with upsetting charges about his dad's part in Wendy's hospitalization. The news has left fans and devotees of the eminent anchor person profoundly worried for her prosperity, as they restlessly anticipate further insights regarding the occurrence that prompted her requiring clinical consideration. Kevin Jr. claims that the close-to-home and actual cost caused upon Wendy by her ex drove her to a limit, at last bringing about her hospitalization. The specific idea of the occurrence that made Wendy's well-being disintegrate has not been uncovered, leaving fans and the public excited for more data. The charges portray the elements inside Wendy and Kevin's relationship, revealing insight into a possibly poisonous and unsafe climate that Wendy persevered in secret. https://u2 b/a Kevin Jr.'s claims have taken things to an unheard of level, uncovering the degree of the disturbance his mom experienced during her marriage and bringing up difficult issues about the prosperity of perhaps of TV's most notable character. What truly befell Wendy? For what reason is Kevin Jr. requesting that her fans support her mom? Is Kevin Hunter truly harming Wendy since she isn't paying provision? For what reason is Wendy's group not answering her fans' different kinds of feedback? Indeed, snatch the parcel of your number one tidbit or bowl of popcorn as we will plunge profoundly into this and examine what is truly occurring between Kevin Hunter and Wendy Williams and how he is rebuffing her for not paying him his provision. Remain with us, and prior to making any end, try to watch the video till the end. So, in view of recordings we've seen of Wendy over the most recent few months, she's clearly not in her best state. She can scarcely stroll without being upheld. Besides, there has been developing concern and hypothesis about the well-being and prosperity of her, Wendy, who has been confronting a progression of individual difficulties throughout recent years, appeared to be on the way to recuperation when one more startling turn happened. As per reports, she was confessed to the clinic, delivered momentarily, and afterward readmitted a day after the fact, leaving her fans and devotees restlessly anticipating refreshes on her condition. Insiders uncovered that Wendy originally entered the clinic something like 14 days prior, and despite the fact that she was delivered for a brief period last end of the week, she before long wound up back under clinical consideration. The seriousness of her circumstance became evident as one insider shared. At a certain point, they didn't think she planned to come out the opposite side okay or by any means. The vulnerability encompassing her condition just developed the worries of her family, who knew about her hospitalization however needed explicit insights regarding what had unfolded. All they knew was that Wendy was as of now in the clinic, and it was not for restoration purposes. Adding to the concerns were the new occasions encompassing Wendy's planned appearance at the Atlanta Ladies Exhibition. The exhibition's Instagram account had at first advanced Wendy's interest, portraying her as being back and indicating restrictive disclosures during her appearance. The expectation developed as free tickets were made accessible to see Wendy in front of an audience at the Cobb Galleria Center, with reports expressing that she was set to get a significant amount of $25,000 for the two-day commitment. In any case, an unexpected new development happened when her name was mysteriously eliminated from the setup of affirmed speakers. Days after the fact, a joint assertion from Wendy's delegate and the Atlanta Ladies Exhibition affirmed her crossing out, expressing that it was to Wendy's greatest advantage to defer her investment and join the exhibition sometime in the not-too-distant future. The Cite the assertion gave no reports on Wendy's well-being, yet it referenced the circulating of a conciliatory sentiment video from Wendy at the medical clinic. In the midst of these turns of events, another source uncovered that Wendy's group had been participated in conversations about her well-being and whether she would have the option to make that big appearance. Given the restricted data accessible as of now, it stays hazy how long Williams will stay in the clinic or the specific idea of her ongoing clinical issues. By the by, her army of fans anxiously anticipates any reports with respect to her well-being and recuperation. They keep on sending their kind words, expecting a quick and complete revisitation of her energetic self. Hypothesis emerged in regards to her capacity to perform, with worries about her conflicting conveyance and relational abilities. A few people inside her group pushed for her appearance in Atlanta, trusting it would catalyze her recuperation. By the by, questions endured about Wendy's capacity to recapture her previous self, with serious inquiries arising about whether she could at any point completely recuperate. For quite a long time, Wendy Williams has enraptured crowds with her open and frequently disputable television show, where she boldly handles subjects going from superstar tattle to individual battles. Notwithstanding, in the background, an alternate story has unfurled, one that Kevin Jr., her child, courageously uncovers. In a shocking new development, Kevin Jr. has ventured forward with a disclosure that has sent shockwaves through the media and fans the same. With overwhelming sadness and a feeling of obligation to his mom, Kevin Jr. has uncovered a long-held special kind of mystery that up to this point had stayed stowed away from the public eye. As per Kevin Jr., his dad, Kevin Hunter, assumed a huge part in his mom's new hospitalizations, revealing insight into the dim and complex elements of the Williams-Hunter family. The tragic exposure gives a remarkable look into the turbulent relationship that has tormented Wendy Williams' life. Kevin Jr.'s disclosures illustrate a poisonous and genuinely oppressive connection between his folks, a relationship that purportedly negatively affected Wendy Williams' general prosperity. As indicated by Kevin Jr., his dad's activities and conduct were liable for the drawn-out pressure and misery his mom persevered, eventually bringing about her falling apart well-being. This, as well as Kevin Jr. additionally uncovered that his dad had been sedating Wendy. This disclosure sent shockwaves through media outlets and left fans and allies of Wendy scrutinizing the profundities of misleading that Wendy needed to go through. We as a whole know that for Wendy, the finish of her marriage delivered a progression of individual and well-being battles that she needed to stand up to head-on. Notwithstanding her previous illicit drug use, Wendy had been managing numerous actual sicknesses, including Graves' infection, hyperthyroidism, and lymphedema. C. 013-030. These circumstances had tormented her all through her marriage, however, had escalated lately. Wendy's well-being battles became apparent when she fearlessly imparted her fight to lymphedema on her television show. During one episode, she lifted up her lower leg to the camera, uncovering an enlarged and difficult lower leg and lower calf. It was an impactful second that permitted watchers to see the degree of her misery and the cost it had taken on her body. The mix of her own battles and declining well-being eventually drove Wendy to settle on the hard decision to back away from her renowned syndicated program. It was a lamentable second for her devoted fans, however it was an important stage for her prosperity. Be that as it may, as Wendy's well-being turned out to be more confounded, Kevin Hunter ended up in an unstable position. With Wendy done giving him monetary help, he was passed on to track down a better approach to take care of the bills. In a bit of destiny, Kevin's solicitation for future divorce settlement installments from Wendy was denied by an appointed authority. The insight about this choice sent shockwaves through Kevin's life, as he and his special lady currently needed to confront the results of their activities without the monetary security they had become used to. It was an unmistakable update that karma has an approach to finding the individuals who control and delude others. Be that as it may, the stunning disclosures didn't stop there. As reality with regards to Kevin's activities became visible, obviously he was the one liable for Wendy's new hospitalization. The proof was certain. leaving everybody shocked by the profundities of his double-crossing. Wendy, who had previously persevered such a lot of agony and difficulty, was currently confronted with the staggering acknowledgement that her ex had deliberately attempted to hurt her since she can't give him divorce settlement. In addition, Kevin Jr. discussed the control his mom's group has forced on Wendy's life. He communicated his dissatisfaction with the games being played by Wendy's group, which have negatively affected her psychological and actual prosperity. It has been unveiled that Kevin Jr. has not seen his mom for anywhere near a year since she left from recovery. Up to this point, Kevin Jr. was totally uninformed that his mom was engaged with the recording of another unscripted TV drama revolved around her life. Over the course of this time, he really accepted that Wendy was zeroing in on H.